Hey guys, today I'll be doing a comic haul. This is a pretty big one. I have some cool issues here, some Silver Ages and some first appearances. So let's get right to it. First off, for my new books, all new X-Men number 8. This is the one before maybe they get their new costumes. Pretty cool looking book. The X-Men meet up with the Avengers. This is number 8. Again, thank you Midtown. You got me a near mint copy. As always, I love reading this story. It comes out a lot, but I don't mind. Superior Spider-Man used to come out a lot too. I dropped that book. It was getting kind of boring. So I got all new X-Men number 8. Next off, I picked up. This is a back issue because I got the newest issue of Batman and Robin 2, so I just thought I'd show you this first. I got issue 7. Very cool. Batman's getting stabbed by, I don't know, because I wasn't reading I didn't read much of the story. I only read number 1. And then I think this is my newest issue other than number 1 for this. But I'm going to try and catch up to this because I just subscribed. And I think this series is fairly cheap. I know the original series is fairly cheap too. I'm also going to try and catch up on that. I went, for the original series, I went to about issue 13. And then, or no, to issue 12. And then I couldn't find 13. So I just kind of took a break on that. Then I missed the next arc, or then I missed that, and then I was like, I'll buy 13, then I'll catch up. Then it took me like a year to find 13. So, unfortunately, there. But I'll catch up on that, and then I'll catch up on this one too. Next off, I also have 18 Requiem, the silent issue. This was a fantastic issue, actually. I read it about 3 times. There's no sound in it. There's a part where you read a note from Damien in the way end. Read the story if you want to check it out. Actually, I think I'll rip it open. We have time. I'll just show you some of the some of how it looks. It's pretty cool. Uh, Sorry if there's any pounding. There's a little work going on at the house, so sorry about that. Um, there you can see just some of the art there. So pretty cool. I would definitely advise buying this. I don't know if this is sold out. I know number Batman Incorporated 8 sold out pretty quick, which is a huge bummer for anyone who missed it because that was a fantastic issue too. But print 2 came out for that, so I assume if this one sold out too, print 2 came out there. So this one was it was written by Peter Thomas and drawn by Pat Gleason. Pretty cool book. So yeah. Next off, on the topic of Robin, I finally picked up Robin number 1. This is a series 4. There was series 1, which was a mini-series, which I have number 1 of, and I think number 5, which doesn't matter. Number 2, which was a Joker one. Number 3, which I believe I think it was number 3, was him and Huntress. And then number 3 was him and Huntress. Number 3 was either Joker, or maybe that was number 2. I kind of mixed the two up. But there's one with him and Huntress and one with him and Joker. And then you have this. I'm trying to get the whole run of this volume 4, then the mini series too. I have both the mini series, and I have most of this series because if you remember, like a long time back, I got about 120 issues of Robin or so from like a quarter issue thing when Half Price had all their things 20% off. So that was pretty awesome. Now for my first issue and first appearance going on today, the Transformers issue 1 of the 4-issue miniseries, which also at issue 4 they just continued from issue 4. So like when it became an ongoing, it went, instead of back to 1 like Robin, it went to 5. So, and this is issue 1 of that. Very cool looking issue. First appearance of Optimus, Blue Streak, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, and countless others. And then you got the Decepticons. You got like Megatron and Soundwave. This came out of September 1984, so about the same time as the TV show. So I don't know how close this will be. I actually have like issue like 19 of this, the first appearance of the Constructicons. But that's the only issue I have of the original series. So very glad to have issue 1. Next off, I have a fairly key image book that isn't Walking Dead. Spawn number one, first appearance of Spawn other than Malibu Sun, or yeah, Malibu Sun. I don't have, of course, Malibu Sun, but I don't know if that's a prose story, a mini comic, or what it is. I haven't read it. If anyone knows, tell me, because if it's the first appearance of Spawn, I might get it. I know it's kind of pricey, but I could probably find it at a convention or get lucky on eBay sometime for it. So I might pick that up. But I got Spawn number one for $2, which is the first official appearance of Spawn, like in the main continuity. So again, this one's in pretty good condition. There's some weird thing on the bag, which I'll probably get replaced. That's a little weird. So there you go. Spawn number one. I picked that up for $2. In the first appearance of Transformers, or the first Transformers issue, I got that for like $3. Next, I got Marvel Graphic Novel 4, The New Mutants. I believe this is the first appearance of the New Mutants. I may have to look into that quick. It is the first appearance of the New Mutants. We have the first appearance of... I can't really focus, can I? Wait, maybe if I do Flower Beetle. We have the first appearance of the New Mutants. Oops. Cannonball. Wolfsbane. Sunspot. Karma, Psyche. Very cool. So we also have the, looks like a lot of the other X-Men appearing in photograph. So very cool. I picked this up for $4, of course, as I said, from half price. It was $8, but I had a half off coupon. So thank you for the patience there while I looked that up. Now for my Silver Age haul. The best part, for any of you guys who stuck around, thank you. First off, I got Fantastic Four 39, a very poor copy, but it's in Mylar. This is one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers. I just find, I think my favorite part of Jack Kirby's art, now I bet a bunch of you guys might kill me for this, but I think he's just masterful when it comes to like positioning and like you can see the depth and stuff, and like Doctor Doom's humongous climbing over this very detailed city. Like now you have all the, it's a lot easier for artists to do it, but even nowadays, like, well, I can't really find a cover I have right now that shows the ground very well. But like even nowadays, artists don't often put in all this detail into cities and stuff. Very cool. Like I love how he does the shadowing. So if he's great at one thing, I definitely think it's positioning and like all the buildings. And I think his people are pretty cool too. Very Silver Agey. But as you can see, very poor issue. I paid like $8 for this, which is kind of a lot, but I don't know. I saw it. I wanted it. And I looked on eBay. I was like, maybe I can find one in good condition for about the same price. And I couldn't find like many of that issue. So anyway, it's still a cool book to own. Next off, we have Justice League, number 58, maybe. I'll check. Yeah, I won't check. Whatever. This is a cool issue. Robin. This is Earth 2 Robin. He's all grown up. He kind of takes Batman's mantle, but not really. He's still Robin. He just dresses like Batman. It's bizarre, to say the least. It's bizarre, but it's really good. I read the book. I have it in Showcase Presents. I think I have it in Showcase Presents Justice League, maybe. Maybe I have it in... I think I have this in Justice League Volume 2. For sure. Maybe number 1. Yeah, no, number 2. And then I also have this in, I have this in Showcase Presents, Robin. That's where I have it. I'm pretty sure it's in Volume 2 of Justice League as well. It's a really good book. Robin becomes Batman pretty much, but not really, and it's pretty cool. I think the costume's very 60s campy, comic though, which is kind of weird because that Justice League kind of felt that way, but not as much as something like Batman does. Next off, my Batman haul. I bought 157. Super poor. This is probably the worst condition of all these Batman books I picked up. This one was 50 cents. Cool book though. I really like the art on this. Very primitive compared to some of the later, like even Batman 166, which is coming up. But very cool. I think this is probably 1963 because 139.61, so 63 or 64. Next off, we have 158, most likely by the same original owner. I also got this for 50 cents. Pretty cool book. Ace the Bat Hound's going after Batman. Batman's using his Captain America shield, but not really. This is a really cool cover. Again, I pretty much just picked these up for the covers, and I kind of like having a Batman's kind of one of those books that I like buying the Silver Age books for, because when I'm flipping through my Silver Age collection, these are always like some of the books I find to be the coolest. That and Amazing Spider-Man. But yeah, next off I have Batman 166. One of my favorite Batman Silver Age stories. This was in Showcase Presents Batman Volume 1, if I'm not mistaken, is where I read it. But I always thought this cover was really awesome. I always just thought this book was really awesome. You can see Batman's kind of dodging a laser there. This is also one of his early appearances. I think this is his second or third appearance with the yellow circle on his costume. As you can see, no circle, yellow circle. So pretty awesome. Batman fights his way out of a death trap. I always thought this book looked cool, just like the cover. This is one of those books I always fished for on eBay, kind of like that Justice League issue I showed you a few seconds ago. I'd always fish for it, and it's kind of like one of those books, like I see it, then I see something else, and I buy that instead. But finally picked that up for just 50 cents. Kind of poor condition. That's a book I'd consider getting upgraded. Next up, 170. Got this for 50 cents as well. This book, I don't have much to say about it. I kind of think it's odd that he's wrapped up in the Superman, like the Superman symbol, like in Superman 2. But with the bat symbol. Someone seems to have cut out the bat signal. But I give whoever owns these comics before did not know how to take care of their comics. But to be fair, that guy could cut a killer circle. I mean, look at that. That's like perfect. I couldn't cut a circle that good. So very cool. 170 one more time. Next off, this is probably my best condition for the Batman main series I bought today. We got Batman 178. Oh, wait, no, because the corner's pretty bad. But you can see Batman fighting the, what do they call these? Sound air raid sirens. Oh, the human missiles. Interesting. I really like this cover. Again, like Jack Kirby, this is really nicely drawn. Like the city in the background. I thought this issue was cool. I just thought the colors popped. It seemed very 60s Batman to me, except Robin, who seemed very 40s Batman to me right there. So yeah, very cool issue. Next off, I got this for 50 cents too. Batman Giant number 150/85. Now most people wouldn't even touch it since it has a replace cover. And there were four Batman books I didn't buy. I didn't buy one without a cover, which I think I actually, yeah, I don't have that book, but it was one without a cover that I wasn't interested in. A giant size that looked like this that I wasn't interested in the stories in, and another Batman single book that was like this. But I bought this book because the story's in it, which I wanted to read something kind of campy, Batman, old school. So this book has 1, a Batman Jr. in it. 2, Robin falls in love. Batman Jr. I was interested in. I kind of flipped through it. Robin's new boss sounded interesting. The Superboy Wonder. The Boy Wonder confesses the secret of the Ant-Man, and especially Robin dies at dawn. Because if you look at this cover online, it has a very kind of similar cover to like when Jason died in Death of the Family, except Batman's standing up and holding his dead body. But I thought this issue looked cool enough. I just thought for 50 cents it was worth getting some campy Batman 80-page giant action. I always thought those were the campiest, funniest, like, most ridiculous stories through these 80-page giants. So, second to last book in the haul, Batman number 187, the Collector Star Edition, the Batman's Best. Now, this is a pretty cool book. Again, this one's cover is beaten the heck. This one is actually stapled. Like, this part came off. Somebody, was convinced it wasn't done and stapled it off center. Good job. 80-page giants. We have 6 action-packed stories. We have the Ballad of Batman, which looks pretty cool. Not super cool, but kind of. The Phantom Eye of Gotham. Also, this is 2 issues after Batman Giant 185. Where was I? The Phantom Eye of Gotham City, Pearl at Playland Island, and the Batman of Tomorrow, as well as a complete newspaper syndicate story featuring the Joker. So, that was the coolest part, I thought, that Joker story. So I thought I'd buy this to flip through as well. And my final book, and easily my best book of the haul, again, first, Detective Comics number 359, or the first appearance of Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Very cool book. I actually have the first appearance of Betty Kane, the first Batgirl, which is Batman 139. So when I saw this, like, I was just flipping through back issues, and, like, right there, I just saw this. This is in pretty poor condition. Looks pretty beat up. There's a lot of scratches on front. The main problems are there. The has some of that standard kind of, it was like set under something for all those years. Pages are pretty brown. There's some small tears, tons of bends. Most people probably wouldn't even touch this book, but I bought it. It's not coverless. This staple is out, and the other one's loose. So I'm gonna not take it out, obviously, that often. I took it out once just to examine it at the store. I picked this up for $6, which is a great deal, at least. For this book, I don't know how I got it for only $6. Usually Source has a Black Friday sale, and that's when they give out a ton of cheaper comics. Or like when they have sales, they'll mark some issues down like substantially, and then they'll just leave them that way. Like they had some 12-inch DC Direct figures, which usually go for 100. They had those for like $5 for some reason. It was pretty crazy at one time. I got a 12-inch Phoenix there, Dark Phoenix there for like $5, $10. So that they just kind of keep the stuff down after it's on sale, which I find interesting. But I scored this for $6. I don't even know how. I thought it was a pretty awesome deal. And when I saw it, I had to have it because I already had the first appearance of Batgirl. But I always liked Barbara Gordon more, so I think that's very cool. Just a little comparison of the 2 books.